Morning, good morning. We are finally exploring more than just ocean today. I think I've actually explored this off camera. I'm about to start in on the next map in line. Now, as you can see, there's a lot to explore. We're going to go start the next map in line. You can see there's a lot going on down there, even though I'm well above everything. We're going to all the way across this map with a pretty swamp. Let's see if we can go down a little bit and show off some of the terrain. Don't want to show off too much. It's spoilery. Or crashy. Just crash into it. I'm not meaning crash the game, but crash into the terrain. Like these trees here. Looks like we are finally off this map. Let's pop these up into the inventory. A little further. And pop it out. Ooh, pretty! Now let's see if we can find a spot for this cartography table temporarily, like this tree, and make it a bigger map. Yeah, I know, it's fluttering. That's Minecraft arguing between mouse and controller. Just bear with me a minute here. Okay, map is now complete. Paper back. That. And we have a pretty map. We are in the corner. Let's put that in the off. Start flying. There's going to be a lot of uppy-downy around here. Looks like we found something nice here. That tree. Try not to crash into that mountain. We can see there's a big fat jungle down there. Now, one thought I had when I was designing this map was to make it an adventure map. And I don't know if that's ever going to happen. It may not, to be honest. Just because it's ending up to being very big and probably would be very laggy for a lot of people. No doubt, no doubt it wouldn't really be mobile friendly or like console friendly. I know for the previous version of this world, I was playing on Bedrock until the computer decided not to behave. I put it up on Realms there for Bedrock and tried it for my Switch. It did have some lag, but I can't say it was super significant lag. Even on the computer that I have, and okay, it's not the most heavy-duty computer around. This one's kind of middle of the road for power. It's enough for rendering books, of course. For fancier Minecraft work, not so good. It gets the job done, sure, but there's going to be a little bit of lag. And even right now, it's struggling to keep up with the terrain here because there's a lot going on. Even though I could have sworn I turned off mob spawning, I've been seeing things spawning down there, like birds and stuff. We don't really need mobs. Okay, we're at the edge of the map. Time to turn this way. So yeah, we're gonna just... Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is really good. We're going to fully explore this Java version of the world, convert it to Bedrock, and fully explore it in Bedrock, I think. To make sure that the Bedrock version matches the Java version, and then start building. Because apparently the converter, when the world converted, did not convert this custom terrain. It converted off the default Minecraft seed. So the converted world was worthless. Unless I wanted to play survival again, but I'd already set it up for creative. So, kinda out the window there. Yep, we're gonna just keep exploring. I know, not really wild and exciting, although the terrain, it does appear to be quite interesting. Not gonna lie, World Painter really doesn't show off the terrain too much. It just gives you kind of a height map. 2D, mostly. So, coming into the actual world after it's been exported from that does seem to be a good idea. Let's see if we can get above this. Whoop. Back down again. Yep, that should be the Northern Ocean, and it looks like, yep, I set that up to be a frozen ocean, basically. Maybe not. Oh, okay, this is not part of the ocean. It's just speckled with dirt. It looked like ice. Distance. Edge of this map. Time to turn again. We're going to be spiraling around, so there's going to be some water involved here. Because this is like the northern coast. Don't want to be too spoilery. Can't. I gotta admit, I designed this world, but even I'm surprised when the terrain is revealed. Just because it looks so much prettier in Minecraft than it does in World Painter. Alright, come on. There we go. Make sure everything is spawned in and all that. Straighten out here. And you can see this is just a lot of flying around. You know, whether or not this world does end up being an adventure map really is, I don't know. It probably won't. It's a lot of coding, and I'm not that good with code. I understand a good amount of it, but I'm not very good with it. And I'd be coding in NPC dialogue and all that all kinds of stuff like that, just to give the world a story. Where if I just simply used it for reference for the books instead, showing off how I built it in these videos, well, that actually seems a little more up my alley. Oh yeah, just going around the border of this map, spiral into the center, eventually. And yeah, I think it's easy to spot one thing going on here. There's no cave. That's because I plan to add them manually, rather than letting Minecraft generate them where I don't want them. And we're back over here again. Turn and continue. Ended up with a birch tree in the middle of my jungle. Oh, this was that area. A forest here. Well, supposed to be. Yeah. I guess the terrain didn't really lend itself to a forest. I mean, that is pretty sheer. Oof. It's really sheer. Alright. Yeah, there's some nice cliffs in here, too. Yeah, if there's going to be any caves in this world, I'm going to add them myself. As you can see, there's a lot going on. I wish I could figure out how to turn off the rain, but I have not yet. Bedrock lets you turn off weather. I have not found that setting in Java. So we have to put up with rain and thunderstorms and all that other good stuff. And I suppose I could put down a bed and sleep, because it is, well, it's just about morning, actually. That probably would turn off the rain. Well, if it is just about morning, it'll probably stop soon enough on its own. Just have to be patient. Yeah, in some cases we'll be adding things like rivers and caves, doing a little extra terraforming, but the majority of the terraforming, well, that was done in World Painter. So we're just exploring and gonna check out the terrain here. Looks like we might not crash into a mountain soon. Nice valley-ish area. And there we go. Mountain again. I did make these pretty tall. There we go. I think we're going down. Looks like it. Not quite. One more mountain in the way here, looks like. Sneak over the top. This clearly goes down to water level. Oops. We are leaving our trail behind me more. Over this way. Somehow we went crooked. Easy to do when not going over water. Let's follow the coast. See, the coastline there is being slowly revealed. There we go. Looks like that'll be the last of the water we fly over for this. Up and over. This is kind of relaxing, just revealing terrain like this. And I think you can tell this is going to be pretty boring for a while. I'm going to be doing a lot of this off camera. Turn. Let's hope we don't crash into a mountain, huh? It looks like the tile stuff is pretty much done. I spoke too soon. A little more there. Oh, a lot more here. You can see there's a lot going on. Yeah, it's a lot. This. One thing I do love about Bedrock over Java is the fact that you can display coordinates without having to use the F3 debug trick. Is the only way to keep coordinates up constantly in Java is to have that debug up the full time. And that just takes up more than half the screen. It doesn't just display coordinates, it displays other stuff too. Time to turn. So, Bedrock has its advantages. That's why the plan is to fully explore this in Java and convert it. Hopefully, once it's converted, it'll be basically identical. Now, other people might wonder, well, why don't you use Zero's Minimap as a map mod instead of using regular in-game vanilla maps? I have tried multiple times to install that, and apparently it doesn't play nice on my computer. Because every time it tries to load, it crashes. The game just straight up crashes. It will not load the game with that mod installed. The other mods I have installed work just fine, as you can see. But that one refuses. straight up. Now, it could be because my video card is not NVIDIA, it's AMD. I think that might be the reason. So, I just have to work with what I can work with, which is the regular vanilla maps. Not gonna lie, I would love to have Zero's mini-map available to me for waypoints and stuff. But nope, it's just not having it. Now, I really wish there was a Bedrock version of that particular mod. That would be wonderful. Then I really wouldn't have to worry about using the regular vanilla maps. Time to turn again. But I've never found a mod like that for Bedrock. And Bedrock doesn't really like mods anyway. Let's see if we can make the journey a little quicker. But it does seem like these mountains aren't quite as high. Oh, a nice valley. Ooh, that would make a cool lake, wouldn't it? Fill it up like that, maybe? Or there. That'd be fun. Another day. I freely admit I'm not that great with World Painter either. All it did was let me get the basic point across for this world. I may be adding in things like lakes and rivers and caves and stuff. But that's okay. Adding that kind of stuff in is not that big a deal. Let's see. If we can make this work out. Oop, gotta go up again. Cloud height. That can make a really pretty waterfall and cave combo. Waterfall and lake, maybe. Another day, though. Definitely have a lot of fun with this terrain. But the idea is we just spiral around until we get the whole map filled in. Well, it's quite a mountain, isn't it? Only imagine exploring all this in survival. Oof. We're probably going to end up planting quite a few trees, too. Oops. Just a few spots back here. A little bit of drift. Come on. Crash into things. Make sure all this is filled in neatly. Must have been a little too high to suit this. Okay. You can see there's going to be a lot going on. And hopefully you're excited to see what will happen with this world once it's converted to bedrock. And it's as I've said, this is an opportunity for me to make changes and fix mistakes. Really hoping that by having all this spawned in and mapped out in Java, when it converts, it'll be just the same. I think that might have been what happened the last time. If I can get that world loaded up again, I may just teleport to spawn, or go to spawn, I should say, and show the map that I had. And the fact that part of that same map was vanilla Minecraft terrain. And I was considering working with that terrain, because I wasn't really going to build there or anything, but I don't know. It was really kind of messy. So I didn't really want to work with it too much, if I could help it. And in parts of it, it was really messed up, because it bumped into my terrain and didn't match at all. Didn't work, didn't match. So it would have made it really hard to work with. And I would have had to go in with Amulet and change the biome, and tinker and tweak. I had started doing that for certain parts of this area, but I was having trouble with it, and I ended up giving up, figuring I'd work on the main areas first. The main area referring to the city, and with the crash that I had, or at least that forced reboot, it's like, nah, here's a chance to fix that once and for all. There's a good chance that if I fully explore in Java and convert it, it'll behave itself. Yes, I have to build from scratch, but it would solve my terrain problems. Solve my terrain and biome problems right from the start, if that's what was going on. And I'm really hoping that is the case. I think you're noticing that we're starting to circle a smaller and smaller area, returning more frequently here. When I set this up to be a forest, but I guess I forgot to paint in the trees. That's okay, we'll plant some. Back up the cloud height again. And I must admit, solving the terrain problems from the get-go probably would be the biggest thing that I wanted to fix. Because doing it in Amulet, while it's doable, is just a big headache. So it was a big area that needed to be converted. And Amulet was not liking it. It really was not liking it. It was struggling to keep up with it, too. Trying to convert the whole area in one go, yeah, I think Amulet would have just simply crashed. It really didn't like that. So I'm definitely hopeful that this will solve that problem in one fell swoop. And we're almost done with this map. Okay. There we go. I think we're done with this map. This area being basically the center point. It looks good, too. It looks like terrain. Very pretty. I go get to the next area for mapping and call this video done. Yeah, I'm going to do most of this off camera. You can see, I've got a lot of really nice terrain to work with. Now, I don't think all of it's going to get something built on it or anything. More likely it's going to just have trees eventually. But